For years, the Jaguar XJ was an understated and quiet alternative to the German luxury cars, such as the Mercedes S-Class and the BMW 7 Series. Unfortunately, people stopped becoming interested in understated, and over-the-top and ostentatious is now in fashion. Jaguar had to do something about it after carrying on the same design for decades. So when they redesigned the XJ a couple of years ago, they came up with this. The new XJ is about as far away from the old car as you can get. Whereas the old car was more of a British button-down type of design that stayed the same for a few decades, this car looks like something that a French or Italian manufacturer would design. Rather than go with the traditional 4-round headlights of the XJ, Jaguar decided to go with the typical HID projector lights that you see on basically every luxury car in this segment. Our model is the XJL Super Sport, and rather than a traditional grille, we get this chicken wire looking piece that's really not that nice. Up close you can actually see it's plastic, which is a little embarrassing on a $100,000 car. To me, this is the most interesting part of the design of the car. It's very untraditional, very not Jaguar-like. The back end is also very blunt. It's got this sloping roofline that's almost like a Citroen C6, which is a model that's not sold here, but really pioneered this sort of hatchback profile. We've got these wraparound taillights, and Jaguar's done a good job of making all this physical mass look quite compact in person, even though this really is a massive car. Underneath this black plastic mess is a jewel of an engine, a 5-liter supercharged V8 making 510 horsepower. It's the same engine as Jaguar's other R models and the Range Rover Supercharged. Unlike in the Jaguar XKR, which is more of a muscle car, this engine feels much more linear with the power delivery. There's no axle hop or rear end shake, it just moves the car straight down the road faster than you can imagine. As nice as the Jaguar XJ is to drive, this is really where you want to be. The back seat just has acres of legroom and every possible amenity. As you can see, we've got the lacquered tray tables, the cigar holder, the cup holders, the purple velvet lining inside the cup holders, 2 sunroofs, your own climate control system. If you can't be bothered to deal with any of those little accoutrements, you can always sit back and comfortably read the paper. Inside, Jaguar's done a great job of keeping some of the traditional cues of the old cars intact. Little things like the analog clock, the soft leather lining the dashboard and the center console, and the wood paneling in the doors and the dashboard are still here. On the other hand, the gauges are all digital and everything is controlled through a touchscreen in the center console. And this setup is much easier to use than BMW's iDrive or the Mercedes command system. As far as luxury sedans go, we're pretty taken with the Jaguar XJ. We might even pick it over a BMW 7 Series or a Mercedes S-Class. They might be the obvious choices in this segment, but they don't offer anywhere near the driving fun that this Jag does. The big supercharged V8, the quick reflexes, and all the toys make a winning combo for us.